You walk into the kitchen and completely forget why you went there. You're talking to your neighbor and suddenly can't remember their daughter's name. You know, the one you've known for 15 years. You put your car keys down somewhere and spend 20 minutes searching the entire house. Sound familiar? Hi folks, I'm Dr. Jason Carter, and if you're over 50 and feeling like your brain is playing tricks on you, you're definitely not losing your mind. And you're certainly not alone. Here's what might shock you. What you're experiencing might not be the inevitable slide into senior moments that everyone jokes about. Your brain could actually be sending you important signals that there's something you can do about it. Before we dive into this together, I want to connect with my community. Leave a comment right now and tell me what city, state, or country you're watching. Are you tuning in from sunny Florida, the mountains of Colorado? Maybe you're looking at your hometown in Ohio. I love knowing where my viewers are located in this great country of ours, or even this great world we live in. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share with you the real truth about what's happening in your brain after 50, the difference between normal aging and something that needs attention, and most importantly, proven strategies that can actually help you get your sharp mind back. And hey, if this is your first time here, welcome to the family. We're all about real health solutions for real Americans over 50. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because I share life-changing health information every single week that could make all the difference in your golden years. Let me tell you about Janet from Phoenix, Arizona. She's 62, a retired bank manager who contacted me 6 months ago. For 3 years, Janet thought she was developing early dementia. It started small. She'd walk into her bedroom and forget what she came for. Then she began struggling to find the right words during conversations with her book club. You know, that thing where the word is right there on the tip of your tongue, but it just won't come out. The breaking point came when she got lost driving to her grandson's baseball game, a route she'd driven hundreds of times. She sat in her car in some parking lot, completely confused about where she was, and just broke down crying. Janet was convinced she was following in her mother's footsteps. Her mom had developed Alzheimer's at 68, and Janet was terrified that her time was running out. Maybe you're nodding your head right now, thinking, that sounds exactly like me. Maybe you've had that same sinking feeling when you can't remember a simple word, or when you walk into a room and draw a complete blank. But here's Janet's story today. She's sharper now than she's been in years. She's back to organizing family gatherings. She never gets lost anymore. And her book club friends joke that she remembers plot details better than people half her age. What changed? Well, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what Janet discovered and how you can use the same strategies. First, let's get real about what's actually happening upstairs after 50, because understanding this is the key to taking back control. Your brain is not a computer that just starts glitching after a certain number of years. It's more like a bustling city with highways, neighborhoods, and communication networks that change over time. Now here's the honest truth. Yes, your brain does change as you age. After 30, we start losing about 1% of brain volume each year. But here's what most people don't realize. This doesn't automatically mean your memory has to go downhill. Think of it like this. If you live in a city and they close down one highway, does the whole city shut down? Heck no. The traffic finds new routes, people adapt, and life goes on. Your brain is incredibly good at finding workarounds, but here's where it gets interesting, and this is what most doctors won't tell you. The biggest threats to your memory after 50 aren't necessarily age itself. There are things happening in your life right now that you might not even connect to your brain health. Let's talk about stress first. If you're over 50, chances are you're dealing with some heavy stuff. Maybe you're caring for aging parents while still supporting adult kids. Maybe you're worried about retirement, health insurance, or what the heck is happening to this country. That chronic stress. It's like having your brain's alarm system stuck in the on position. It floods your system with cortisol, which is like throwing sand in the gears of your memory-making machine. And ladies, let's be real about menopause. When your estrogen levels start bouncing around like a pinball machine, it affects way more than hot flashes. Estrogen is like premium fuel for your brain. When it starts running low, your mental engine can start sputtering. If you're finding this information eye-opening, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I share the real science behind healthy aging every week, and trust me, there's so much more your doctor probably hasn't told you. Now let's talk about what you're actually experiencing, because not all memory issues are created equal. There's a big difference between normal aging and something that needs medical attention. Here's the deal. It's totally normal to occasionally forget where you put your reading glasses. It's not normal to forget what reading glasses are for. It's normal to struggle with a person's name at a party. It's not normal to forget that you know them at all. Let me paint you a picture of what normal memory changes might look like. You walk into the grocery store with a mental list and come out having forgotten the milk again. You're telling a story about your vacation and can't remember the name of that restaurant you loved. You meet someone at church and 15 minutes later their name has completely vanished from your brain. And oh, the word-finding thing. You know what I'm talking about. You're having a conversation and you need a specific word. It's right there. You can almost taste it, but it just won't come out. So you end up saying, you know, that thing, and hoping the other person can read your mind. This is what we call the tip of the tongue phenomenon, and it's incredibly common after 50. Your brain has the information filed away perfectly, but the retrieval system is just a bit slower than it used to be. Maybe you're finding it harder to focus on tasks that used to be second nature. You sit down to pay bills and find yourself getting distracted by every little noise. You're reading a book and realize you've read the same paragraph 3 times without absorbing a word. But here's when you need to pay attention. If you're getting lost in familiar places, if you're having trouble with basic tasks you've done 1,000 times, if family members are expressing serious concerns about changes in your behavior, that's when it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Remember Janet from Phoenix? Most of what she was experiencing fell into that normal category. The getting lost incident was scary, but it happened during an incredibly stressful period when she was dealing with her husband's health issues and financial worries. Now here's the good news, and I mean really good news. There are concrete things you can do right now that can make a real difference in how your brain functions. Let's start with something that might surprise you. The best thing you can do for your brain isn't a brain game or a supplement. It's lacing up your sneakers and taking a walk. I'm not talking about training for a marathon here. I'm talking about 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. When you get your heart pumping, you're not just helping your cardiovascular system, you're literally growing new brain cells. Here's what happens. Exercise increases something called BDNF. Think of it as miracle grow for your brain. It helps existing brain cells stay healthy and encourages new ones to grow. Plus, it improves blood flow to your brain, delivering all the oxygen and nutrients your grey matter needs to function at its best. Now let's talk about feeding your brain. Your brain uses about 20% of all the energy your body produces, so what you eat absolutely matters. The Mediterranean diet isn't just good for your heart, it's like premium fuel for your brain. We're talking fatty fish like salmon and sardines, nuts, berries, leafy greens, and yes, even a little red wine if that's your thing. Those omega-3 fatty acids in fish, they're literally building blocks for your brain cells. If you're not eating fish regularly, consider a good quality fish oil supplement. Your brain will thank you. And let's talk about sleep, because this is where the magic happens. While you're sleeping, your brain is busy filing away all the information from the day, strengthening important memories and clearing out the mental clutter. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, you're not giving your brain the downtime it needs to do this essential maintenance work. Quick pause. If you're getting value from this information, show some love by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. It really helps me reach more people who need this information, and it doesn't cost you a penny. All right, let's get to the good stuff. The strategies that can actually help you sharpen your mind and get your memory back on track. First, let me burst a bubble. Those brain training apps that promise to make you smarter. Most of them are pretty much worthless. You might get really good at playing that specific game, but it doesn't translate to real-world memory improvement. What does work is challenging your brain with real, meaningful activities. Learn to play bridge or poker. Take up photography and learn to use photo editing software. Start learning Spanish or dust off that piano. The key is novelty and complexity. Your brain needs to form new neural pathways, not just reinforce old ones. Here's something that might surprise you. One of the most powerful things you can do for your memory is to stay socially connected. Meaningful conversations, game nights with friends, volunteering in your community. These activities light up multiple areas of your brain simultaneously. Isolation is like poison for your brain. Humans are social creatures, and our brains are designed to thrive on interaction and connection. Remember how I mentioned stress earlier? Managing stress isn't just about feeling better. It's about protecting your brain function. Find what works for you. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's gardening, maybe it's taking your dog for a walk in the park. The point is to have regular activities that help you decompress and reset. Now, let's talk about some practical strategies you can use right away. First, use the power of association. When you meet someone new, repeat their name back to them and try to connect it with something memorable. Nice to meet you, Susan. My sister's name is Susan, too. Second, create routines for important items. Always put your keys in the same spot. Always put your glasses in the same place. Make it automatic. Third, use visual and physical cues. Need to remember to take your medication? Put it next to your coffee maker. Need to remember to call your daughter? Set your phone alarm with a specific label. Remember Janet from Phoenix? Here's what she did. She started walking with her neighbor every morning. She joined a book club that met weekly. She learned to cook Mediterranean recipes with her granddaughter. She also started practicing stress management techniques, got her sleep schedule back on track, and began taking a high-quality omega-3 supplement. Within 3 months, she noticed improvements. Within 6 months, she felt sharper than she had in years. Now, let's talk about when it's time to bring in the professionals, because there's a difference between normal age-related changes and something that needs medical attention. You should definitely talk to your doctor if you're experiencing significant memory loss that's interfering with your daily life. We're talking about forgetting how to do things you've done thousands of times, getting lost in familiar places regularly, or having trouble managing finances or medications. Also, pay attention to changes in judgment, personality, or behavior that concern your family members. Sometimes we're not the best judges of our own cognitive changes. The good news is that memory evaluation has come a long way. Your doctor can do simple cognitive tests, blood work to check for underlying conditions, and if necessary, refer you to a specialist. Many memory issues are caused by treatable conditions like vitamin deficiencies, thyroid problems, or medication side effects. The key is getting checked out sooner rather than later. But here's what I want you to remember. Even if you do have some cognitive decline, there's still so much you can do to slow it down and maintain your quality of life. Early intervention and lifestyle. Changes can make a huge difference. Listen, if you've stuck with me this far, it tells me you're serious about taking care of your brain health. And that's exactly the right attitude to have. Your brain at 50, 60, 70 or beyond doesn't have to be a shadow of what it was at 30. With the right strategies, many people actually feel mentally sharper in their later years than they did in their stressed-out, sleep-deprived middle age. Here's what I want you to do starting today. First, commit to moving your body regularly. Even a 20-minute walk around your neighborhood is a great start. Second, look at your social calendar. If it's empty, fix that. Call an old friend. Join a group, volunteer somewhere that matters to you. Third, take an honest look at your stress levels and sleep habits. These are foundational to everything else. If this video helped you today, I need you to do something for me. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I put out videos like this every week that could literally change your life or the life of someone you love. And don't forget, drop a comment below and tell me what state you're watching from. I love connecting with viewers from all across the world, and it helps me understand how to better serve our community. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Maybe it's your spouse, your bridge partner, or your neighbor who's been worried about their memory. Knowledge is power, and together we can help more Americans age with strength and confidence. Remember, taking care of your brain isn't just about preventing problems. It's about optimizing your life so you can enjoy these years to the fullest. You've got wisdom, experience, and hopefully many good years ahead of you. Let's make sure your brain is along for the ride. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll be talking about another important health topic for people over 50. Until then, keep challenging that beautiful brain of yours. It's the only one you've got, and it's worth taking care of. Don't forget to check out a video on Tired After 50. Your thyroid might be the culprit right here. And remember to subscribe for more health tips that can transform your golden years.